Star Wars 7x7 episode 2653. We are at the midpoint of our series of flashbacks to Celebration Orlando in 2017 and the series of interviews I did there asking people about their favorite Star Wars memories. Today we are featuring Tricia Barr. Punch it. Hey Rebel Rouser, I'm Alan Voivod and this is Star Wars 7x7, your daily dose of Star Wars joy. And thank you so much for joining me for it. So Tricia Barr is one of the 3 co-authors of Star Wars The Visual Encyclopedia that was released in April of 2017. And the DK Publishing folks were holding a signing event at Celebration Orlando for this, and that is where I got to interview Tricia Barr for this particular segment. And Trish is also the author of a number of non-Star Wars books, including the Fireheart series, the Shifter Academy books, and the Zodiac Guardians, just to name a few. And she's also a prominent Star Wars podcaster with the Fangirls Going Rogue podcast. So yeah, that's a bit about Tricia Barr. And so, as I mentioned earlier, I caught up with her at that DK signing event and talked with her about her contributions to the Visual Encyclopedia and also about her favorite Star Wars memories. So without further ado, here is Tricia Barr. Tricia Barr, thank you so much for being on Star Wars 7x7.
Thanks for having me.
So you are one of the co-authors of Star Wars The Visual Encyclopedia. Congratulations for that.
Thank you very much.
So what sections of the book did you work on?
Well, we worked in all the sections, but let's see, I did royal outfits was one of them. I did some of the planets. I did the politics, some of the timeline, luggage, binoculars, all sorts of different things.
Wow. So was there one in particular that you said, you know, when you saw the spreads come in from DK that you said, I have to have that one?
Yeah, we actually saw the list and I asked for the outfits, for the royal outfits. I wanted to do that. So Padme and, you know, there were some Alderanian dresses and stuff like that. So it was fun. We really worked hard on that page.
And then was there anything in particular where you looked at the list and you said, you know, maybe that isn't necessarily my expertise or my area of specialty, but I'm going to stretch myself, I'm going to try it, I'm going to challenge myself with it?
I stretched myself on the musical instruments.
Uh-huh.
I actually played instruments, but you know, you have to kind of use your imagination and maybe imagine what an instrument might be or what it is or why they're using it. So, because not all of that's laid out. It might be in a film, but they don't tell you anything about it.
Was there anything Easter egg-like that you snuck into the encyclopedia? And if so, can you give a hint as to where people might look for it?
I got to use the bloodline dimension from that because you don't always get to see the books in there, but I thought there was a big point about in the politics, so I got to work in that in as a point in the storytelling part of it, just to get a nod to that because you don't get to see the books come in. So for me, that was my one little thing that I was like, this needs to be in this book.
That's awesome. And what is your favorite Star Wars memory?
Most recently, I have a lot of them, so it's really hard, but I would say my favorite moment was the first time seeing the trailer with everyone at Anaheim, just seeing for The Force Awakens and learning about it, and so that's my favorite memory, just the kind of the hope and the expectations and the community that happened all in one moment.
Terrific. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
And there you go. That's Tricia Barr, co-author of, among other things, the Star Wars Visual Encyclopedia. And this is one of 7 interviews I'm sharing here on the podcast live, and also one of many more interviews that I did at Celebration Chicago, which I am collecting all into one Twitter thread that's going to be pinned to the top of my profile at SW7x7 podcast if you want to continue down this rabbit hole of interviews and Star Wars memories. And that is going to do it for this episode of the show. It just remains for me to say thank you so much for joining me for it, as always, and may the Force be with you wherever in the world you may be.
Star Wars 7x7 is not endorsed or sponsored yet by Lucasfilm Limited, Disney, or 20th Century Fox, and is intended for entertainment and information purposes only. Star Wars, the Star Wars logo, all names and pictures of Star Wars characters, vehicles, and any other Star Wars related items are registered trademarks and/or copyrights of Lucasfilm Limited, or their respective trademark and copyright holders. May the Force be with them. All original content is copyright 2021 by Star Wars 7x7. We hope you love it.